Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. You are watching from Nisha's View, the fashion side. And today what we're getting into on the channel is my probably last one for the year. One item style 3 ways. I think it may be my last one. I don't know yet. We'll just see. But anyway, if you've been following me on my socials, TikTok, Reels, then you know what the one item is already, but we're going to get right into it. So hold on. All right. So if you've been following me, then you know that I usually do this one item style 3 ways, like every month. I was doing it every month last year. This year, I just got busy, couldn't do it. Last month was the first time doing it for the whole year for 2025. And this month for September is probably going to be the last one for the year, but we'll see. So the one item that we're styling 3 ways is these jeans that I got. Of course, they're usually going to be some jeans. I just like jeans, and I like, well, different items, different things I like to style. So, and they have to be like some type of unique piece. That is usually my one item. If it's a very unique piece, you know, then I can just pull things from my closet to style with that one unique piece. And this month are these awake mode jeans, upside down. They are the awake mode jeans. I've been eyeing these for probably a year now, a little over a year probably, but they are so different, so unique. They have the holes, so the flash here, and it comes below my knee because I'm short. I am short, so everything on me is just too long. And what really got me with these jeans is the back of the bottom, the pants leg, because they look like pants. See that? They look like pants. And that's what really, and then on the front side of these is the front of the pants. So those are the jeans. So let's get into our first look. Now, you know I usually do preppy, dressy, casual. So let's get into the preppy look with those jeans. Look one. Okay, so my preppy look for this time, and I'm going to put up how I styled these, the pictures and everything, the video of how it all came together. And I will link items below. I think I have some of these linked in my ShopMY, but I would definitely link it below. Some of this stuff is kind of old, but yeah, some stuff will be linked below. But okay, the first thing I got was this Frankie Shop button down. And this is a little different, right? This is a different type of button down. It's brown stripe. The ties in the front are actually like sleeves. So I don't know if you can see that, but they are sleeves that you can tie in the front, and then if you want to, you could tie it in the back. And it has a little bit, you know, Frankie Shop is going to give you some shoulder pads. They're always going to put some shoulder pads in some of their stuff. So, and then I got this blazer. The blazer is thrifted. Okay, it's 100% wool, thrifted from my favorite thrift place, Immaculate Men's. You know I'm heading straight to the men's section when I'm going thrifting. It's always going to be to the men's section first. And this is Chaps blazer, shoulder pads here. So I was like, okay, yeah, this is really nice. This is really nice. It fits me, oversized. If you watched my previous videos on the outerwear, the fall outerwear, blazers, I talked about it. I link it, but definitely go check it out. Go check it out. Okay, so now we got our top part taken care of. So let's get into the accessories. Okay, so the accessories and the shoes. So let's do shoes. So the shoes are these boots or booties that I've gotten from their Awake Mode as well. And I think I've talked about these shoes too before. They are, when did I get these? I want to say in 23. So they are really old. I mean, not old, you know, 2 years. I'm just saying that you may not be able to find these, but I'll link what I can. but I wore these shoes, these booties with the look, and they are like a brownish, I don't know how to, they're like crocodile print. And yeah, they're actually very comfortable. They're a comfortable shoe. The only downside about these shoes is that trying to get them on and off is insane because there is no zipper, no enclosure. You just try to slip your foot in there, and let me tell you, it's hard. It's very hard to get these shoes on and off, but they are comfortable. I can say that. They are very comfortable shoes. So those were the shoes. Now for accessories, you know they coy, okay? You know they are coy anything when it comes to accessories, rings, and jewelry, pretty much all types of jewelry. So what I have here is, this is a new ring that I got from Koi. I love this ring, right? So I wore this ring here, and then the earrings that I got, the earrings that I got are actually, they're clear earrings. Okay, so they're clear earrings. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So they're clear, right? But the thing about, and these are the backs. So the back, there we go. So the back of the earring, so this is what it looks like. So these earrings, these are the earrings that I wore. But what I did do was, with her earrings, with some of her earrings, they're interchangeable. So you can use some of your old Koi jewelry earrings with other earrings. Genius. So that's what I did with this look. I used the back of one of the earrings, okay? And I just used the clear earring and made it, you know, its own earring like that. And I love that about Koi, that you can do that. You can interchange your earrings and wear them like that. Hey, you know, you got to make it work. Make it last and make it do what it do. And you're not buying a whole bunch of things because you can get more wear out of one item. I'm all for that, okay? One item, 3 ways. Yeah, with accessories. Yeah. Okay, so next up are the shades, of course. They're going to be, like I said before, if they're not 12 p.m. studios, they're going to be Elisa Johnson, more than likely. So these are the Sunnies that I wore. Elisa Johnson, they have like a bluish tint to them. They're brown. The frame is brown. So those, I'll link these as well. Like I said, I'll link everything that I possibly can. And then the bag is Brandon Blackwood. Brown. This is one of the original trunks from the first ever collection. So yeah, that one. And I think basically that is the preppy look. That is preppy, like I'm showing, you know, you see how I styled it and everything. So yeah, that's preppy look number 1. And actually I do like this look. I like the preppy look. Most of the time I like the preppy and I like the casual. But let's get into the dressy. All right, so let's get into look 2. Look 2 is the dressy look. So for this one, I didn't do too much with this one, okay? So the pants, like I said, the pants speaks for themselves. So for the dressy look, all I did was got this blouse from Zara, and it is, you know, snakeskin or faux snakeskin print, animal print. And I like this shirt. And I'm not normally a person that likes animal print, but this was really, I was like, okay, this is cute. This is real cute. Got shoulder pads in it. So yeah, I really, really like this. I really like this. And I thought it went very well with the blue and the brown in the shirt. And so yeah, I think I showed this in one of my things, in one of my hauls. I can't remember. Was it the end of quarter two close? Anyway, this shirt though, this shirt. And then basically that's pretty much it for the clothing wise. So for accessories and shoes, I had to do these shoes from Dries Van Noten. These are the ones that I talked about in my never pay retail for luxury shoes, designer shoes. Never pay. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch it. And I explain how I got these shoes. So I had to do these shoes because it just matched the shirt perfectly to a T. And then the color of the shoe is just so fall, and it just goes with the brown. It goes with the blue, the denim. So yeah, these were the shoes that I did. And then the accessories, of course, who else? I think I did the same. So I just kept on the same earrings. And like I said before, when I'm doing these outfits and out, you know, shooting content, I try to keep things to a minimum. And also in the first look, in the preppy look, I used the koi bracelet. This is the same bracelet that I used in the preppy look. I used it in the dressy look as well. So as I was saying, when I'm going out and doing these shoots, I try to minimize how much I'm changing, what jewelry I'm changing, because I just want to make sure that, you know, we watching our surroundings and just watching what's going on. And I'm trying to get in and out, and not having a whole lot of stuff with me to change. Sometimes it's warranted, you know, if I'm doing a somewhat different look, then yeah, I may have 5, 6 different things for one item. But for the most part, I'm trying my best to keep it minimal and use the same things with the same, you know, with different looks. So I use this bracelet. I use the same earrings as with my preppy look, so kept that on at the same time. But my ring, honey, this ring, so fire, so fire, so fire from Koi. So it's like an ice block. But this ring, honey, this ring, she the one. I love this ring. So different, so unique. And then my little purse, all I did was I stuffed it with something. I don't know what I stuffed it with, probably some clothes or something. But this little purse that I've had for years, that I thrifted, and then I just put my hand through it and just carried it like that. That's it. That's all I did. That's all I did. And I think that worked. And I probably could have used this as a bracelet and not had on the bracelet that I shown. Probably could have used this as the bracelet. The purse could have been the bracelet. But yeah, that's pretty much what I did with that for the purse. And then the Sunnies, of course. I'm always gonna wear the Sunnies. It could be raining outside and I'm gonna have on some sunglasses. I'm gonna wear some Sunnies. I am. 12 p.m. studios. Yeah. London brown. Yeah. For sure, for sure. So yeah, that's the dressy look. Pretty simple, right? All right, look 3. Let's go. Okay, so the final look 3. Look 3 is my casual look, and the look that I really like doing a lot because I like to be casual and comfortable. So what I did was, with the jeans, I did a t-shirt. Now I love this t-shirt. Got this t-shirt from Amazon. I'll link it below. They have like different styles of this type of t-shirt. But you see what it say? Do you see what it says? Yes, I am vintage. I am vintage. From the best year ever. I am a vintage lover. I am. But this shirt was very nice, very good quality. Definitely link it below if you're interested in. I thought it went well with me for this year in particular because it was a good one. It was a vintage one. And then I just did a varsity jacket, not varsity, but more like a bomber style jacket. And I got this from Zara, like, I don't know, maybe 2-3 years ago. So just black bomber jacket. Simple, easy to do. Style the jeans that way. Black tee, bomber jacket. And I also, this is in my outerwear as well as one of, fall outerwear items that you need to get into. Shoes. The shoes are these Doc Martens. I got these last year. They're so comfortable. Doc Martens are comfortable shoes. And I thought this went very well with the jeans. I love the way that they peek through the slit in the jean, the bottom of the jean, so you can see the tallness of the boot. So yeah, so those were the shoes that I did. And then let's see, the earrings. So the earrings again were koi, of course. But what I did was I took another one of my older earrings from her and used the block, like I'm gonna call it I'll put the name of the earring itself up on the screen, but I used the ice block. That's what we're gonna call it. A little ice block as the front of the earring. So what's shown in the front of the earring, and then this earring here is an older one that I got from her there, and that was the back of my earring. So it kind of looked like that. So yeah, those were the earrings. And then of course my usual jewelry. When I'm doing casual stuff, I just use my usual everyday casual jewelry, like, the rings. These rings are from I think Instagram, Boho Gal, I think that's the name of it, and in silver and gold. And then my bracelets, the usuals, usuals that I always put on for my casual look. And then the Sunnies. Who else? 12 p.m. Studios, Smoke, what's it called? Gray? Toronto Gray, I think, or Toronto Smoke. One of those. But yeah, I love these. They're fire. They're so good, indoor, outdoor type of shade. It's just insane. But those were the shades, the Sunnies. And then my purse was my old school Coach, baby. Old school Coach. I've talked about this purse before too. I've had this purse for over 20 years. She's vintage. She's vintage at this point, okay? She is vintage. Leather still looks good. She's been around the world with me, and she will continue to be around the world with me. I will never, ever, ever get rid of this purse. I love it. Love it down. Yeah, I think that's it. So that is basically it. That's all of the one item style 3 ways. What I did for September and featuring the jeans from Awake Mode. And yeah, if you've made it this far, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. I appreciate you. And then of course, let me know in the comments what was your favorite look. Definitely, hit me up in the comments. Let me know, what's your favorite look. Do you have any of these items? How have you styled these items? And of course, let me know what you want to see next on the channel. Let me know what you want to see. All right. And then of course, like and share. And until next time, I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.
My GG channel. Period.